Alright guys, I lost my voice, but I still gotta bring you this video because we got delivery numbers to talk about, and we gotta talk about the ET5 Solo and how that's gonna really push deliveries above 30,000. Bam, just like that, very easily. So deliveries for the last week, insurance registrations, we got 4,600 vehicles, up from 4,400 the week before. So far this month, we got 14,100 vehicles for delivered insurance registrations. All right, that pretty much puts us at around 15,000 deliveries. Okay, okay, decent, but of course a far cry from 20,000. It's only half of NIO's internal target of 30,000 deliveries. You can blame it on the holiday, you can blame it on off season, you can blame it on anything. In my opinion, it's not that bad, but we're still seeing a decline in deliveries. And most importantly, the other guys, I don't want to say their names, but their deliveries are increasing. What's really interesting is right now, you're already seeing the MPV race get heated up. All right, the Expo launching the X9, which looks very interesting. Looks very cool, I think, in my opinion. And then also Li Auto with the Li Auto Mega, which also looks very interesting as well. These are all pure electric MPVs. They're fighting for the luxury EV market, and these products are pretty much already launched, except the Li Auto Mega, which is going to be launched very soon. And it's still yet unknown what the impact of that will be on NIO's deliveries, because the biggest competitor against the MPVs that these other guys are coming out with is, of course, the ES8. The ES8 has been doing decently well, but how will this affect ES8 sales? We'll have to look and find out. Now, in my previous Li Auto Mega video, you guys said that they looked really ugly. It was the most ugly vehicle you've ever seen. Well, here's my take on it. During the day, it looks pretty good. I mean, from the outside, it looks pretty interesting, pretty nice, sort of like those bullet trains. But at night, it just looks really awkward with that bar light in front. And I don't know, man. It's just not for me. All right. But we'll have to see if people actually pull the trigger and buy that kind of thing, because Li Auto sales have been doing very, very well. Now, there's a lot of speculation about a project, something called ET5 Solo. This is pretty interesting. You guys probably already from the name can tell what kind of car this is. We've already had leaks before talking about how NIO was thinking about coming out with a product, single motor on the NIO brand, and also a non-LiDAR 1 Orin X chip to pretty much compete, all right, with LiDAR, but only 1 Orin X chip to basically compete with the other guys in this EV price war, all right? Now, there's further speculation that this ET5 Solo is that product. And apparently, the speculation goes that this car will be the ET5, but single motor variant, all right, redesigned pretty much. Single motor, and then also no LiDAR, apparently. So the single motor will pretty much take off 10,000 from the starting price of 298K RMB. So take off 10,000, and then another 10,000 will be deducted by removing LiDAR, and then another 10,000 deducted by removing 3 of the 4 Orin X chips. So that gives the car a starting price of 268K RMB, which is more in line with the other guys, the Teslas, and also Xpeng and LS6, IMLS6, and those other guys, Zeekr as well, the starting price of Zeekr, and also closer to the starting price of BMW i3. But I think the real killer is that price with BAS, because at 268K, that's already quite cheap in my opinion, and will be definitely affordable by a lot of people to get this car. But then with BAS, you subtract 70,000 RMB, that puts the price at 198K RMB. So right off the bat, you're psychologically under 200K RMB. That's a big psychological barrier to put yourself at, all right? And at that price point, it's pretty much irresistible for most people. It's just way too cheap at that price point. At that price, and you can drive a NIO home, holy moly macaroni. A lot of people are saying that this will easily push NIO sales over 30,000, no problem at all. And it will essentially regain back all the lost deliveries that are taken by BMW and Zeekr due to their price cuts, and reclaim all that back. Now, one thing that you can be sure of, 100% sure of, is that NIO's management is definitely not satisfied with the performance of the sales performance of the ET5. It has been very lackluster, to say the least. All right, it was supposed to be the savior of the brand and sell a ton. It was the most hot product at launch, and that product is still very, very good, albeit lost some of its shine from those glory days. All right, and it was just this time, exactly this time 1 year ago, that deliveries of that car really started ramping up, and we saw a lot of excitement around this car. I mean, I remember this time last year, everybody was getting the ET5s, and people were just so excited about it. Everybody was lining up to look at the ET5. It was just unbelievable. Now, in my previous video, I suggested that we put Wu Jing as the brand ambassador for NIO and have him be the face of NIO. And a lot of you guys did agree he's a fantastic actor. Now, what was really interesting is one of you guys also said that, you know, it would be better if instead of the racist photographer that they spent money on, they spent money on Wu Jing and just put him up there, right? And, you know, I guess the fall of the ET5 could partially be blamed for the racist photographer. But what we really need now is to really get that product refresh out there, because right now, last year this time, you know, NIO's ET5 was very competitive, with a very good product for the price. But right now, 1 year later, you got so many new products that has launched, and those products are more bang for the buck than a NIO ET5 at this moment. All right, so the competitiveness of the market is just crazy. You're forcing companies to do refreshes every single year, which is just insane. You don't ever see that happen in the automobile industry. This is how competitive things are. In my opinion, I think NIO really needs to step up the marketing and how they're promoting the cars inside the stores. Now, one of my subscribers has suggested us that we use Nomi in the car to really talk to customers and introduce a lot of stuff. But in my opinion, I mean, like, just having a robot babble at you, that's very, very annoying here in China. But you definitely do have to fix the problem of of customers walking out the store without even knowing battery swap. I think that's just unacceptable, in my opinion. All right, completely unacceptable. You have to make it so that every single person that walks into the store knows about battery swap. We're still in the phase where people don't know about battery swap. I mean, this can easily be solved with a couple $1,000,000, all right, maybe $10 million. You put Wu Jing in an ad advertising battery swap, problem solved. All your problems are going to be solved. Just simple as that, man. Have him explain battery swap to all the people of China. I mean, when that happens, everybody's going to know they got to buy a NIO, all right? And you got to buy a NIO as well. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.